Hello and welcome to the video for lesson 2 of the kindergarten force and motion unit. As you can see on the flow chart, this lesson will be this and a little bit of this. So in the previous lesson, we did the phenomena exploration where they looked at the different um, items in the stations. And this lesson, you're going to pull the whole group together. And I would bring out some of the materials that were in the stations yesterday and just let the students describe what they saw. What you really want to pick up on though is you want to that if a student says the word pull or push, I would write it on the board or your anchor chart or wherever it might be, because those are the words that the vocabulary we really want them to pick up on. And if they're not using those words, you could ask them questions. Well, how did you move it? What did you do? Like show me. You could have a student come up and demonstrate how you did it. So we want to get to a point where they understand the word push, the word pull, movement, and force. So you could start to have a conversation of push and pull is a force, and they make things move. And you'll have to use your teacher skills to guide them to the big idea. And when we develop the big idea, the whole thought is it's an umbrella statement. And these two investigations that we're going to conduct is going to add some to our understanding of pushes and pulls. So you want to make it simple, and just think like, okay, now we're going to learn more about it. And the second part of the lesson after so the two big things you're trying to do here is create the big idea. And then the second thing is you're going to want to develop the question for the first investigation. So when the students are describing what they saw, you're also going to want to ask them, what questions do you still have about pushes and pulls? And what this first standard is about different strengths on an object, or when you push with different strengths, what it does to the object. So you're gonna want to kind of move them towards the question that we have here. So, you want to write down as many questions as they have. So let them, shout out questions and you can write them on the board. And we want a lot of questions because those questions can lead to better understanding later. But you're gonna kind of guide them to a question similar to this one right here. So this is what happens when I push or pull an object hard, or you could do a similar question of what happens when I push or pull an object soft, something around there. In their thinking log, obviously, depending on your student's ability to write, you would want them to write here uh, the big idea of pushes and um, pushes and pulls make things move or something like that. So if they can write that on there, if not, you can skip that page. And yeah, oh, and this is another area where if you wanted to kind of keep the conversation going, you could say, draw us something that you saw yesterday that was a push. Draw us something when you made it move with a pull. How about when you did a push and a pull? So like this could be an area where they could get the conversation going a little bit farther.